welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. How you going, people? Well, if you remember a while ago, I did this video. I don't know the date. It doesn't show the date I published it here. But there was a Clark County earns a donut. They shoot the wrong person. It turns out to be an off-duty cop. So they just released the footage of the aerial view. And it's pretty interesting on how much information. So when I did this video, I didn't know as much as I know now. And this even makes it worse that they shot this guy. This cop that shot him should go to prison, should go to jail for unlawful deadly force. But you know what? It's going to be ruled justified. So here's the cop that shot Mr. Fella here. So this fella decided to shoot when he pulled up, even though he knew there was an off-duty cop that lived at the house, that was defending his house and was armed. He jumps out of his car with his AR and shoots the cop in the back several times. And his defense, I thought he was going to go in the house and kill somebody. It was officer safety. I was protecting. Typical spray and pray, no accountability. Cops shoot too damn fast until cops start going to prison for shooting when they shouldn't. It ain't ever going to change. So here's some initial 911 call. I'm going to bump through it just to get to the video.
What was this?
Literally 30 seconds ago.
Okay. What kind of weapon?
It was a handgun. Looks like it's lost. Money in the register and was going.
Investigated deputy probable cause for robbery in the first degree. So the person that did this video is obviously promoting the cops and saying, you know, they're making it sympathetic for the officer. So the officer is right. A lot of these places that do cop things, if you take the government and cop side, you'll get a lot more views and a lot more subscribers. Because all the cops will come there and likes to have their horn tooted and told how great they are. This cop fucked up. He's a piece of shit for doing it. He made a mistake. He shouldn't have shot. And he ought to be held accountable, period. But that's not popular, because then, you know, you come off as the Antifa type or somebody that just hates cops. No, I hate cops that are out there killing people when they shouldn't be shooting.
Break. Might have the 469 you're authorized to pursue. Alright, break. He is wrong way.
So they've seen him.
Right,
they tried to do the spike strip. Law enforcement automated payment. Yeah. Air surveillance. A quick QRT. What's a QRT? It's quick reaction, quick response team. He said, either one works.
43, I'll take the description of everybody's right now. Blue jeans.
Okay, so here's our suspect.
Dark shoes. He's wearing a white ball cap.
Turns out they describe him as a white man. Turns out he's Latino. They don't say whether he's here legally or whatever.
The bill itself is his ball cap.
UAS has a single person spotted walking. It looks like 84th Avenue.
So here's our suspect. He's walking. After he dumped his car, he's now walking. Probably a little adrenaline pump dying down.
He crosses. He's just.
I want you to notice how good he blends in when he gets behind this tree. If you're trying to avoid any type of detection, he completely disappears from the shade of this tree. And then they have to move in order to pick up his signature.
Okay, this person's now running towards the residence there.
Okay, so this residence is the off-duty cop with his wife inside. Good Lord, this wife is so freaking useless. I mean, you would think a cop would pick a more stronger independent, but, you know, some cops like those women that just can't make a decision without them. But this woman is worthless to this guy.
Off of 84th. Person just ran. Looks like they're on the porch of a residence here. I don't know what address is. Let me try to figure that out.
Okay, so here's where, again, total failure of the police. We have the person on the phone, and they never tell this woman that this guy is wanted for armed robbery, even though it turns out later that he had a fake pistol, a replica. But it turns out he had a knife, and he ends up stabbing a guy, which is why you shouldn't get involved in trying to play Captain Hero with people out there, because you put your life in danger. This cop is dead now. He was at home, living his life, minding his own business, and he wanted to play cop and run out there and fight with a dude in his parking lot when he didn't have to. He knew the cops were en route. They were close. The guy was leaving. He could have stayed in his house and been a good witness. And instead, he went out there and tried to play the lone hero, and now he's dead. Rick, you can't say that. He's a hero. Well, he's a dead hero. All right, whatever. You can call him a hero. He's still dead when he didn't have to be.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
84th Avenue.
Okay, and how can I help you?
There's a stranger at our door saying he just crashed his car and he needs us to call somebody, but he's very suspicious and we hear a bunch of sirens in the background.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Yes, please.
So we
Give me
know
1 second, okay?
Yeah,
that
my
we're chasing a guy in this area.
Officer.
Dispatch,
He's at the door
government.
right now.
Okay, can you give me a description of him by chance?
Of my husband or the...
The subject.
You want a description of my husband or him? Now, that's a reasonable question because it wasn't a good, question to provoke the response you wanted. Can you give me a description of the guy at the door or the suspect? Sometimes they do ask for your description if you're a bad guy, if you're following, or if you're a good guy and you're following. Never give your description to dispatch. Never. Never tell them what car you're in. Never tell them what you look like. Only give information about the bad guy. I can't tell you the number of times it goes bad. Cops are in a hurry. They got their sirens and they hear a description, and one description sticks in their mind over the other one, and now they shoot the good person because you gave a description and they heard it over the radio. I'll say it again because this is very important. Never give your description or your car description to dispatch. Okay? Little pro tip there. You can do what you want.
No, I'm in the other part of the house.
Okay, so no description at this time. Okay, and let's see here.
He's talking to him at the front door right now.
Okay, all right, you guys keeping the door closed?
My husband has the door open.
Why would you open the door in the middle of the night when somebody's at your door? I mean, I just wouldn't do that. I don't even care if the cops are at my door. I'm not opening the door. I'm finding out behind my door, with a gun in my hand, so I know if somebody tries to force entry, I'm ready to defend them, and I don't have to worry about, well, why did you open the door, and he got a stab, or he got a shot off. I'm not giving him the advantage of seeing me. We're talking through a door. If he wants to shoot through the door, that's one thing. But I ain't opening the freaking door. So this cop's opening the door, my house, I'm tough, I got a gun.
He's a police officer, and he is armed.
That would have probably been good information at the start. If they would have said that right away, the dispatch would have probably gave them a little bit higher priority help. Rick, that's not fair. Well, it's just the way it is. Cops are going to go after cops or help cops, or if they know there's a cop, they're going to respond a little bit better, we'll say.
Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do is, can you have him close the door, and can I get a description from him?
Can you have him close the door? Why? Why is dispatch telling people to do? They don't have this footage. They don't know what's going on. Yet suddenly, because you call them and stay on the line, they're going to start dictating things to you, may or may not be right and may or may not help you. But why would you be listening to somebody on the other end of the phone that got his freaking, he was reading his freaking Better Homes and Gardens or eating fucking bonbons up on dispatch, and now suddenly he's going to be in charge? It's just crazy.
We're looking for someone in the area.
We're looking for someone in the area. Ma'am, we have a armed robber that is armed with a gun that is running from police. That may be the guy. Shut your door. Break contact. Be aware he might be armed and dangerous. Officers are en route. That would have been nice. Rick, why are you always picking on people like you're perfect? Shut up, you freaking crybaby.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm
why.
pretty sure that's who it is.
Yeah, I think so too. So if you're able.
So she says, I think that's who it is. And they go, I think so too. Still didn't tell him he's armed. He's fled from the cops. He's dangerous. He just committed armed robbery. He's a violent felon. Nothing. And even if he would have told her, I don't think she would have told her husband. She's so freaking inept on making a decision without being told what to do. And she keeps saying, I gotta help. She never helps. I gotta go help. She never helps. I mean, she could have picked. I'll get to that.
Please close the door and get a description if you can.
She already said she's in another part of the house. She can't give you a description. Now he's telling her, please shut the door. I know what he means. Go tell your husband to shut the door, but whatever.
No, they're looking for somebody, honey.
Yeah,
Listen to her. Yeah, they're looking for somebody. Really? So this guy's like, well, what are they looking for? Is he a burglar? If he's a burglar and he's a peeping Tom, I might have done what the cop did. No, you're staying here. I'm going to beat your ass. But if he's armed robbery, I don't know if I'm going to go out there. But regardless, if you decide to get involved, you need to know you put your life in danger, and this could be the last thing you do. Is it worth it? Are you willing to die for what you're about to do? Too many people don't ask that question. Rick, you should help everybody because that's just being a good... All right, well, be a freaking idiot then. Go be a good person. I'll do a video on you.
Yep, they're on the line.
I need a description as soon as possible.
Yep, please. It's him. We need a description. He's Latino male.
The guy is walking away. This guy is safe in his house. He has the police on his phone. They know they're en route. And this cop leaves his house to fight this dude. Bad decision. Not only is it a bad decision, it cost him his life by his fellow blue brothers that show up and shoot everything that moves all the time because they never go to prison.
I'm just not comfortable.
Yeah, I understand. So
look how far this guy gets away from the house. The guy calls him back.
Hispanic male, black hair, 5.
See him stop, turning around? That's because the cop walks outside the safety of his house and calls the guy back.
5. Any other descriptors for him, like clothing?
He's trying to keep him here.
He's trying to keep him here. Man, that's a good plan. Who thinks that's a good plan? Rick, he was... Let me play the devil's advocate here. Rick, he was being a good citizen, and he was going to help the government because he's government, and he knew the cops were incompetent, and if he could keep him here, it would make it easier for the police, and he would be helping his blue brothers. And that's what we should all do. And cops just have a different blood and attitude about them because we know it's us, and you don't understand, and cops need to help cops, and he was doing a good thing. He's freaking dead. He's dead. It's over. And you're still going to have idiots calling him a hero and he did the right thing. There's no hero here. It's a bad, dumb decision. He shouldn't have done it. And it cost him his life. And his wife doesn't have her husband out, which could be bad or good. I don't know what kind of their marriage they had. I mean, I'm sure she has more money now and she ain't got to worry about him telling her what to spend it on. But I digress. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, he's good.
Okay.
They're in an altercation. You have to get to our house from 8.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're in an altercation and you have to get to my house. Really? How do they get in an altercation? Your husband was in the house with the door shut. Oh, well, my husband opened the door and walked out. Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, they're coming as fast as they can. Okay, keep that door closed.
So now I think the cop gets him at gunpoint.
Okay, keep that door closed. We have...
Which I'm okay at a distance holding him at gunpoint. Because if he charges you, you can shoot. You can evaluate him for weapons. But again, he shouldn't have done that. The cops were en route. Anybody that knows cops nowadays, when they show up, they shoot everybody. Everybody! It doesn't matter. If you're around cops, when they start shooting, you are nothing but a target to them.
Have your address.
You can't get to my house from 219th Street.
The guy prones out and listens to the cop. Look, any arrest, any cop, you never go hands-on. I can't tell you the number of people that I've chased, and I will just follow them until the cavalry gets there, but I never go hands-on unless they attack me when I'm by myself as a cop. I don't want to lose my gun. I can't use as much force. I can't do things that, you know, I have to worry about. Is he armed? Can I use deadly force? If he gets my gun, should I let him get my gun? Is he going to overpower me? If he gets lucky, if he gets a lucky blow, will he take my gun and shoot? There's too many. Never go hands-on by yourself when you have the advantage of a gun. He's got a gun. He's got distance. He's got home ground advantage. And he's got cops showing up. And he goes hands-on and gets stabbed multiple times and dies. But Ricky's a hero, okay?
Okay, and where exactly can they get to your house from? Just want to make sure.
239th Street.
Get the house.
I need to find some handcuffs. He's got them on the ground.
Your husband has...
I need to find some handcuffs. So the husband is yelling, bring me my handcuffs. So you walk outside with a gun and you go hands-on with a guy and you don't have the means to handcuff him. Even if he had his handcuffs on him, going hands-on by yourself is never a good idea. Rick, you're just making a cop look bad, and you're making more people hate cops because I'm just telling you how to survive. Okay, if you listen to me, you probably wouldn't be dead. If he did what I'm telling you, he would not be dead.
On the ground?
Yes.
Okay, so restrained on the ground?
Yes, and I don't know where handcuffs are right now.
Listen to her. She's talking to him. Yeah, I don't know where the handcuffs are. What? I mean, how many wives don't know? If you're a cop, you come in and you take your shit off and you lay all your shit, because you always have a lot of shit, your knife, your handcuffs, your pepper spray, your ID, whatever hell else you carry on you. You always lay it in the same spot. How can this woman not know where his handcuffs? What, does this guy change the handcuffs location every day he comes home? One day I'll hang him in the kitchen. One day I'll hang him in the garage. One day I'll slide him in between the couch cushions. I mean, how can you not find a guy's handcuffs? This woman is so inept.
Okay. Just keep me as updated as possible, okay?
You have to.
See, she's staying on the phone and listening to this guy in a conversation because she wants to talk. Because it makes her feel better to talk instead of act.
To get here from 239th Street.
Yeah, I let them know. Get to the house from 239th Street, okay?
So as you're seeing him fight now, and she's on the phone looking for handcuffs, he's getting stabbed.
Keep me updated.
God damn it. He's in a fight with him right now.
Okay, just keep me updated.
Oh, hang on. I gotta call my...
They're moving in now, okay?
I need to call my son-in-law.
I need to call my son-in-law. He's in a fight. You're on the phone with 911, and you want to get off and call someone else instead of walking out there with even a broom, but a shovel, a hammer, grab a kitchen knife. You don't go help your husband. He's out there in a fight. You want to call somebody else while you're on the phone with somebody? Jesus Christ.
Well, you just keep me on the line until they make contact.
Keep me on the line. There's dispatch. I told you before. Never stay on the line with dispatch. They already know your location. They're coming. Nothing you say will change anything after that.
Okay, they're moving in now.
You have to call my son-in-law.
So now she wants someone else to call her son-in-law. Really? Really?
Yeah, please. Oh my God.
You want me to call them?
Yes. Call
Okay, I'll get the information.
So this guy's been stabbed and he's bleeding out. He's losing strength. He's losing consciousness. He's in fight or flight, so his heart rate's up, maybe up to 190, 200. I mean, when cops are in shooting, they've registered a heart rate will jump to 220, which is really, really high. So his heart rate is high, and he's stabbed, and he's bleeding out. And he dropped his gun in a fight because he probably, when he got stabbed, went for the knife. Or he got stabbed in the hand that was holding his gun. We don't know.
When they're done, okay? I just want to...
He's fighting with him right now. I don't know what to do. Oh my God.
He's fighting with him, and I don't know what to do. You could bake a cake. You can make him a sandwich. You could call your son-in-law. Maybe you should make a Facebook post. How about you go fucking help? I mean, what the... Rick, she shouldn't help because You know, she's a female, and it's not fair. And there's a man out there, and okay, all right, whatever. The freaking rules always change depending on how we need to protect females.
Yeah, I want you to keep your safe distance, okay? They're coming in now.
No, I can't. I have to go help him.
I have to go help. She's been talking. She's been calling her. She has to go help. All this time, has to go help. Never helps.
Oh my God.
I know it's unsafe, okay? Do you see any gun on the suspect at all? Or is it just your husband?
He's reaching for something right now. My husband has him. He's in white. My husband is on the ground with him. Yes, the officers are...
So I'm not even sure she's turned on the lights. So this guy's probably fighting in the dark because it doesn't look like there's a light on. But again, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Here.
Okay, let me know when the officers have him, okay?
Oh, they'll have him because they'll shoot him in the back as soon as they get there.
They're coming in, okay? Let me know what's going on.
He's hitting my husband.
Okay, so they're coming in, okay?
That helps. I'm telling dispatch he's hitting and beating my husband. Your husband's already bleeding out and is dying now, lady, but you don't know it. Rick, she didn't know. It's not fair. Okay. So,
oh my God,
this is suspect running from the cops, okay? This is a very bad rookie move. I get it. I would have probably done the same thing. Any cop would have. When you drop your gun and a guy bails and he's already stabbed you, you want to get your gun. Thinking back reasonably, cops are showing up. They'll freaking shoot everything in sight. And even cops know that's true. I guarantee you the jokes in the locker room are, man, I do not want to be in front of you guys when shit hits a fan because you guys are killing everything. Those are jokes in the locker room. Guaranteed. So this is police running back to pick up his gun at night with cops showing up. And he knows, and he's fought, and he's stabbed, and he's bleeding.
What's going on?
Picks up his gun to run in the house to save his wife. Hero cop. Mister, I need to save everybody by shooting everything that moves.
Hello?
Jumps out.
Hello?
Multiple rounds. Shoots the guy. He hits him 3 times. I don't know how many times he fires. He hits the cop, the off-duty cop, the homeowner, the person defending his life and his wife. This cop shoots him in the back. Kills him. Now they're going to probably say, well, he would have died of his knife wounds anyway, so the officer probably didn't kill him. He would have died anyway. Yeah, of course he would have.
Gunshots, gunshots. That's gunshots. Hello, man, can you hear me?
So you see the legs of the officer in his home, protecting his property, picked up his own gun, defending his wife, been stabbed, left his house to go be a hero. You see him right there, his legs? He's dead. He's on the ground.
Man, can you hear me?
Because he wanted to help his Code Blue brothers. The blue line had to stick together. Yeah, okay. You believe that shit. I always tell cops, you think that blue line shit, you think cops run around? Smart cops run around and know that blue line don't mean a damn thing. You are collateral damage if you get in the way of a freaking cop. Period.
Hello?
How many cops are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ma'am,
6,
can you hear me?
7.
Hello, man, can you hear me?
So there comes the woman screaming out of the house. She opens her garage door.
Hello, ma'am, can you hear me?
Luckily, it had an automatic opener because she probably couldn't have been over to open it. So she hits her remote, opens the garage door, and runs out to the police. I'm surprised they didn't light her ass up too, because that's just what they do.
Hello, man, can you hear me? Hello?
This dispatcher doesn't have the common sense of a freaking rock. She is screaming and yelling and talking to other cops, and he wants to be, listen to me, talk to me, hello, talk to me, talk to me. The most rules for most dispatchers is once cops show up, your job is done. Get off the damn phone and shut up. The cops there will handle it. I don't need dispatch who isn't there telling you to do something when I'm on scene telling people to do something else. And now you don't do what I tell you, and I don't know if it's a threat. So dispatch here is just fucking this up royally, but But Rick, he's a great guy, and you're just picking on him because he's a man. Most dispatchers are women, and every time I pick on dispatchers, I'm accused of hating women. Well, this guy's a male, and he's a freaking idiot also. How about that?
Hello?
Come on. Okay. No, it's okay. Come on. It's okay. Come on.
It's okay. We shot your husband. He's dead. It's okay.
Hello?
Meanwhile, dispatcher's still saying hello. He hasn't listened to one thing that's coming over his microphone. What an idiot.
Come on. That's okay. I don't know. We're going to take care of it. Come on. Let's just go over that.
Hello?
Come on.
Well, at least she's screaming, "Oh my God!" That's good. All right. So let's see what happens next here. Oh, okay. I forgot. He ends up, the bad guy ends up coming out with his hands up like the coward he is. He's already stabbed a dude. He robbed somebody with a fake gun. He doesn't have a gun. He comes out with his hands up. Police don't shoot him. He's the real bad guy. No, they don't shoot him. They shoot the other guy. But Rick, it was confusing and rapidly evolving situation, and the cops couldn't have known. That's why you don't shoot. I mean, that's the point. You don't shoot when you don't know. You don't shoot first and go, well, I thought. Well, I believed. Well, I was in fear. That's not the way it's supposed to work, you idiots. And all the blue lines that defend this are so blinded by protecting their own turf of their gang that they can't see the trees because of the force. Meanwhile, a cop, homeowner, who left his house, who could have stayed in his house, chose to go out there, is dead. How'd that work out? Rick, why are you always picking on it? Man, he was trying to be a hero, and you're just wrong, man. You're making people hate cops. Everything I say is accurate. You can't argue the facts, so you attack me. The facts are cops shoot too easy, and they shoot the wrong people, and they shoot too damn fast, and they're not held accountable. Those are the facts. So I guess here's some footage of them showing up.
Right there, I think. You just picked it up.
So here's the officer that just picked up the gun, running to his house. This cop gets out, shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where you want to get shots fired? Get down.
He just keeps shooting. Has no idea who the bad guy is, who the homeowner is, whether there's kids in the house, whether there's hostages. Has no idea what he's shooting at. Rick, it's a tough job, and you know he's a hero. Okay, explain to the dead guy how great he is. Let's ask the dead guy how much he thinks the blue line is good. Let's ask the dead guy now how much he thinks cops need more power to shoot more easily, and they shouldn't be held accountable. Let's ask him.
Shots fired.
And 2 coming in from the south.
Comes the
81,
garage
I got
door.
the suspect is hit. He's down in front of the door. 10 medics up, code 3. He's still moving. They don't want to come in yet.
Copy. Medics code 3. He's down.
All set. Suspect is still sitting up and breathing.
469 lifeline on standby.
4 for them when they get there.
Here's the real hero of the day. Uses a fake gun, stabs a dude, and he gets to go home and go to prison, go to court, get free medical. Listen, look how good he's off. He's putting his hands out. He's crossing his legs. He's following the orders so nicely. Put his hands behind his back. Cops went over and arrested him pretty nicely. I'll say that. They didn't beat the shit out of him. Maybe they think he's the cop. Maybe that's why. Oh, that good move. I didn't see that before. Did y'all see that? I like that. Picks up his legs and get him in a cross. That's a great move. I don't see enough cops do it. I used to teach it. You get those legs in a figure 4. You get those legs up and you put like the top of the foot in your, not right in your groin area, but in where your leg bends. And it creates a great lock. And I can put a lot of force on the knees and you cannot get up or turn over. Good move by this cop. I didn't see that before. Rick, you just said all cops. I just call it like I see it. That cop did a good job. My guess is that's not the same cop that shot him, jumps out of his friggin' car playing Captain Hero. I'm going to shoot up a freaking man's house when I know not only is there an armed citizen there, there's an armed off-duty cop there. I don't care. I'm shooting everybody because I have protection. And I'll just scream, I was in fear of my life. All right. So here's the suspect, 20-year-old Julio Segarra of Washington. Oh, Rick, look, he's got a little prayer beads. He's really a nice guy. He was just on meds. It wasn't his fault. And, you know, he couldn't get a real gun, so gun laws worked. Yeah, gun laws worked. Cops showed up, killed an innocent man. Yeah, gun laws work great. That's wonderful. And this is the officer. The deceased in this case. The murdered individual by the cop. The homeowner that could have stayed in his house and didn't. The homeowner that tried to do the right thing and government came up and shot him in the back and killed him. Yeah, this is the deceased. Okay. And this is the fella, Officer Fuller, that shot Clark County Sheriff's Department. Joe Fella. The shooter, the hero, was protecting. Rick, he meant to do the right thing. See, you can't make mistakes when you shoot guns because people die. And you shouldn't be allowed to make mistakes. That's why you always say you are responsible for the bullet when it leaves. If it hits an innocent person, it's your fault. If it goes into a house and kills a kid, it's your fault. If you shoot when you're not supposed to, it's your fault. Unless you're a blue line hero. Because our government now has just pretty much said cops can kill and shoot anybody with impunity. So I would give the link on the guy that did the video, but he was such a little jerk. And so I don't share his links or like to give him credit because he made a video and told people to come here and tell him I was a thief because I used one of his videos and I didn't give him credit or something. So he's a big crybaby and I don't give him input. So anyway, nice video. If you want to go watch it, I'm sure you can find it. And look, people, you can hate on me for pointing out the obvious, but this guy would be alive if he listened to my advice. So, you know what? If you want to take my advice or don't, and if you want to support the cops when they kill you and shoot you in the back in your home, and when they show up and kill your family member or somebody you care about, then keep supporting the cops. Back to blue till it happens to you. We'll end that there.